Okay, hi everybody. I'm going for a walk right now, and I thought it would be so much easier for me to just make a video as opposed to typing and just going back and forth where things can get lost in translation. So I thought I would just go for a walk tonight, even though it's like over 100 degrees. But um, anyway, so something's going on with the energies right now. It was a full moon, and I was warned by a lot of my other friends that, my awake friends and friends in the paranormal and metaphysical community, and they kind of all been saying the same thing about the energies coming in this summer. They're going to be pretty intense. So clearly they weren't lying. And I kind of got a little cocky. I thought I was over this stuff, and I'm clearly, it's still hanging around. So that's the bad news. The good news is this morning at 8 o'clock, I went to a training, and it was a training for starseeds to teach us how to do energy transfer resets. So what that means basically is it's kind of like Reiki, but better than Reiki. So it kind of just wipes your slate clean. And here's kind of the cool part that I thought was really interesting. What it does is if there's any negative, bad energy entities that you have attached to you, it has a way of like clearing those and getting rid of them. So that would be amazing. But so what I kind of found out over the past few days is kind of my mission, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, is going to be working with trying to help people with these shitty, dark entities that, attach to everybody. And it seems to be really increasing. In fact, I know it is. Some people call them demons. Some people call them the archons. I don't really get too hung up on labels, so you can call them whatever you want. That's me walking. No, unfortunately, my mission here, I think, is going to be to work with the dark side. And it really shouldn't be too surprising. I've been dealing with the dark side since I was little. I don't know, like when I was like 9 years old, I woke up in the middle of the night and there's this fucking face in my window. Excuse my mouth. I have a potty mouth. But it was the face of fucking evil. I can't even describe it. It looked human, but it wasn't human. It had this fucking evil smile, and I'll never forget that face. And I don't know how I woke up, but I did. I woke up, I stood in the middle of my room, I literally pissed on the floor, and I stood there for what seemed like forever. And I ended up making it to my parents' room, and I was clearly horribly traumatized. And I really hadn't even thought about this till I recently, went through my awakening process and through the whole, just this whole ascension, what I think is the ascension process. But anyway, this demon, I think it was a demon archon, evil motherfucker, looking me straight in the eye. So, I've stared down fucking evil, and I have dealt with it. I have watched it. I have had two people come to me, and just in passing and say, you know what, I can just and these are Christian friends, and that's okay. That's their deal. But came to me and said, I can just feel this struggle within you, this light and dark, and this good and evil. I definitely know I have the potential for the bad side, and I've walked with the dark side, and I've been there, and I've done that, and I've seen it, and I battled it myself, and it's tried to take me out. like a few times. I had a really gnarly car accident that I really shouldn't have survived. Almost lost my left hand, and that's a whole other story for a whole other day. Survived that. Just, I've been mentally tormented and attacked, and right now I can tell you I'm probably in the best place mentally that I have been in my entire life, even though I'm battling this, I don't know, what, Morgellons? Oh, branches. Morgellons shit, or whatever you want to call it. I really don't like the term Morgellons, I'll be honest with you. And I talked to my spirit guides, and they like the term Ascension Syndrome, which makes more sense to me. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Like I said, I hate labels. You put labels on things, and I don't know. I think it limits your ability to think outside the box. But yeah, I mean, this is the dark stuff at work. I think what's going on here. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so out of breath. I'm tired, and I haven't been feeling all that great today. But no, I think what's happening is we are going through the ascension process, and I think the bad guys, the archons, the stupid cunt motherfuckers, excuse my French, are trying to stop the process. And I think they mess with your mind, and they will try to get you to focus on, like being diseased or being sick. And I think that's where, I don't know, I think that's where people get really hung up, If you focus on the bad parts, the illness, the, being afraid, because they love fear and they feed on it. That's their food. Then that's what they want. And I started getting better when I stopped being afraid. And I know it's hard to do. I get it. I do. I stopped being afraid, and I stopped paying attention to them. I used to sit there with the tweezers and you name it, just looking for the stuff and looking at it and going online and, oh my God, I should try this or I should try that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do these natural cures, because I definitely think that, like I said, science and the paranormal have to work together. So I think these cures are vitally important. But I think at some point you forget the mental part or the spiritual part. And I think the biggest thing you can do is to deprive them of their energy. Stop feeding them. Because if you're afraid and you're sick and I still do it, like, so frustrated right now. I've got this nasty lesion on my elbow, and I'm like, you little bastards. I'm like, God, I'm giving you attention. I'm giving them what they want. So I know the best thing that I can do is, just to try to carry on, do what I need to do, work on my art, like work with you guys, talk to you guys, try to encourage each other. I think that's really important. Laugh at it, and, don't give them the undue attention that they so desperately want. I don't know, like I said, this training that I went to today, it was really eye-opening and wonderful, and I think, I think this energy healing, I think they're onto something, and I think it's something really important and really profound. But I also think that if we don't get this ascension thing going and get through this, because these are lower fourth dimensional beings, okay? So once you can ascend, past that lower fourth dimensional space and get, to a fifth dimension or higher, they can't reach you. So I think it's really going to be important that we get that collective ascension going, and just try not to spend our time thinking about chemtrails and fucking FEMA camps and shit like that because it will lower your vibration. So I don't want you to think about that. I think there are starseeds like me who have agreed for whatever fucked up reason to take a walk on the dark side. I think I've known it since childhood. I've known it. I've intuitively known that I was going to do battle with the dark side, and I don't know. That's kind of crazy because I never thought of myself as a real badass or anything, but I'm not afraid of these little fuckers anymore. I just, fuck you, Looked at the pillow today, I'm like, fuck you. And then I went and played with my kid. So I stole their energy and I took whatever they wanted, and, they're not going to get it from me. But my point is, let those of us who have signed up, who have a soul contract to deal with these fuckers, let us deal with it. I'm going to offer something to you guys. I'm going to look through the training materials again, and then I think like in a week or so I'll be ready to start doing the energy transfers. And you guys that want that, I will do it for you. There are people that are charging a lot of money to do it. Like our trainer today said there's somebody that's charging like $600 to do an energy transfer. I think that's ridiculous. And I mean, at some point I'm gonna probably open my own energy business, but I'm not at that point yet. And right now I just want to help the people that I can help, and I think that helps me, and it just helps all of us in the long run. Just in reading through the Morgellons boards today, there's clearly something going on. A lot of people are suffering, so my advice is just try not to focus on these little bastards. I'm going to stop posting, probably in the boards for a few days. I'm going to post the video, and I'm just going to offer encouragement, but not focus on all the negativity. So I guess that's what I would tell you guys. Let some of us that have agreed to take on that burden, let us take the burden. I think that this is all fixable and all doable. I think it's part of the ascension process. It's yin and yang. The ascension process is wonderful. It's, light and all these wonderful, great things that are happening to us and to humanity as a collective. But, you can't have the good without the bad and the light without the dark. And these guys are fighting, they're under attack. The bad guys are under attack. They know we're onto them, and they're going to try to dig in and hang on. So we just have to fight back a little harder. So anyway, that's just kind of my thoughts, and that's what I think is going on. And gosh, if I've rambled today, I'm sorry. It's been kind of a trying day. My daughter ended up having emergency surgery last night. She had a really large ovarian cyst and the fallopian tube had somehow wrapped around, and anyway, they ended up taking a fallopian tube in her ovary, and she's at home recovering, but it's been trying. And then, of course, I had my son's birthday party and things like that to prepare, and his dad was in town, and that's always just a little stressful. But anyways, that's what's going on with me. Hope everybody's doing well. And like I said, if you guys want my phone number, if you ever want to talk to me, please feel free to use it. Don't feel like you're ever imposing on me, or that you're bothering me. You're not. It's an honor, and I love you guys. So hope everybody's hanging in there, and we will talk soon. Have a good night, everybody.